Hello, my name is Nathan Coe, and it's currently in the middle of the chaotic 2020 election. A lot of frantic nerves, a lot of anxiety. However, there's a little bit piece of optimism for Biden supporters and overall for the Biden campaign, which is that I could kind of confidently say that it looks like Biden is going to win this election. So let me just share my screen. Joe Biden will likely win. Again, emphasizing the likely. So first of all, I'm gonna go with a quick summary about what I'm gonna do in this video. I'm gonna give a quick election recap. I'm gonna talk about how Joe Biden will likely win. And then I'm gonna talk about what if Trump's lawyers come in action, and same thing with SCOTUS or the Supreme Court. The websites I'm gonna be using is abcnews.go.com for my interactive electoral map, and I'm gonna be using New York Times for the election results. So over here, first of all, I'm going to give a quick election recap. Obviously, the state of Texas went overwhelmingly to Donald J. Trump. Same thing with the Senate race, it went overwhelmingly to the incumbent Republican. Joe Biden wasn't too concerned about Texas, as in he didn't spend much campaign time over here. He was more interested in the blue wall states such as Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Kamala Harris did come to Texas for an event, and there was a lot of phone banking events with Beto O'Rourke and AOC here in Texas. Of course, that wasn't enough. It looks like Donald Trump had around a 6% lead victory over here in Texas. Over here in Florida, Joe Biden was actually leading in some polls on 538 for Florida. However, it looks like Donald Trump won. Big reason, a big reason why Florida went to Donald Trump, other than it's a traditionally Republican state, will be the fact that the label Donald Trump used to throw at Joe Biden, which is socialism, has worked really well. To the Cuban voters, Cuban American voters, that could be one reason for this, but overall, it's also because Florida is a traditionally Republican state. North Carolina isn't called for some reason, but I'm gonna believe that it's gonna go to Donald J. Trump. It's a traditionally Republican state. And also with the Senate race over here, it looks like the incumbent Tom Tillis, the Republican, will beat Cal Cunningham, which is a disappointment to the Democrats. And over here in South Carolina, obviously, we expected this to go to Donald J. Trump. However, Lindsey Graham won Jamie Harrison, and obviously Jamie Harrison was poured in a lot of money to beat Lindsey Graham, but that was unsuccessful for the Democrats. Again, Maine was an interesting one. Same thing with Virginia. Where's Virginia? Oh, there you go, Virginia. Virginia and Maine both went to Joe Biden. The second congressional district of Maine also went to Joe Biden. One of the congressional districts of Nebraska also went to Joe Biden, which makes it so that Joe Biden does not need to win Pennsylvania to win the election. I'm going to talk about that pretty soon. So overall, obviously Arizona isn't called yet. Fox did call it on election night. However, the Trump campaign was mad at Fox about this call. It looks like it's going to go to Joe Biden. Again, a healthy 5% lead for Joe Biden. And many things could be used to attribute to this dominant, well, it's not dominant, but to this win or to this projected win, probably because of the shifting demographics. But an interesting story to think about is maybe Donald J. Trump's comments on John McCain, the late John McCain, played a big role here in Arizona. Also, Democrats pick up a Senate seat here in Arizona, making Arizona have two Democrats as senators, which is a big win for a traditionally Republican state. It looks like that will go to Joe Biden. And of course, Cindy McCain did endorse Joe Biden for president. Nevada, it is a close race. Joe Biden's only winning by 0.6%. So you could be thinking about maybe Trump would win. However, I would argue that the state of Nevada will go to Joe Biden. And the reason why I think that is because all the in-person election day votes have been counted. The only votes left to be counted will be the absentee ballots and also the mail-in ballots, and it'll be hard to see that those will be overwhelmingly Donald J. Trump, which is why I do think that Nevada and also in Arizona will go to Joe Biden. So now it's really interesting. Again, I'm gonna think that North Carolina goes to Trump. We have Wisconsin here, Michigan here, Pennsylvania here, Georgia here. Lots of people thought that Georgia should have been called for Donald J. Trump. However, according to the New York Times, Joe Biden's actually currently the favorite to win Georgia, which is kind of crazy to think about. The reason why, if you look at the counties, most of the Donald, Donald Trump counties have lots of them already got their votes reported. And over here, if you look at some of these counties next to Atlanta, oh, okay, no, not this county, not this county, but these counties and the county over here. They still haven't, they could vote more. The counties around Atlanta, big turnout could be present. So that's why Joe Biden could win Georgia. But even if we give Georgia to Donald Trump, and even if we give Pennsylvania to Donald Trump, if Joe Biden wins Wisconsin and Michigan, then Joe Biden will be the president of the United States. Wisconsin has 97% of the votes reported. Joe Biden has a healthy lead currently in Wisconsin, and I'm going to assume that it'll be projected to go to Joe Biden pretty soon. Weird thing happened in Green Bay, an ink problem, but I still think that Joe Biden will win Wisconsin. So over here, Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin, we all believe that this will go to Joe Biden. Over here in Michigan, Donald Trump is currently, let me just exit that out. Donald Trump is currently leading Michigan, however, only by 0.5% of the vote. If we zoom in, over here in the Detroit County, so Wayne County, in the last 130,000 votes counted in Wayne County, 120,000 of them went towards Joe Biden. Again, on election night, Donald J. Trump had a double-digit lead here in Michigan. And as the mail-in ballots continue to come in, they're overwhelmingly going to Joe Biden, which has been predicted since a month before the election. This is probably going to happen. And as Wayne County continues, see, this is only 64% of the estimated vote. Once that all goes in, it's a high probability Joe Biden wins Michigan. So there were lots of reports that said that that Joe Biden would need to win Pennsylvania. However, that's not true because the second congressional district of Maine went to Joe Biden, and one of the congressional districts of Nebraska went to Joe Biden, meaning that if Joe Biden wins Arizona, Nebraska, did I say Nebraska? I mean Nevada. I hope I didn't say Nebraska throughout this video because that's embarrassing. Wisconsin, Michigan. Then Joe Biden would get exactly 270 electoral votes and become the president of the United States. To make sure I'm correct, here's a map. Just plug this in. Let's just give Georgia to Donald Trump. Hypothetically, let's give Pennsylvania to Donald Trump. Again, New York Times favors Georgia for Donald Trump and for Joe Biden, and Pennsylvania could definitely go to Joe Biden. This is all correct. That's what it is. And over here, exactly 270 electoral votes for Joe Biden. Exactly at 270. These congressional districts played a huge role in this election. Of course, if Joe Biden wins Pennsylvania, that's an overwhelming win. For Donald Trump to win he would need to win Michigan. But again, that's hard to see. I can't see him winning Wisconsin. I can't see him winning Nevada. I can't see him winning Arizona. The closest would be Michigan. And to win Michigan, again, as I told you. Oh, breaking news. Biden has won Pennsylvania absentee ballots by an overwhelming margin so far. Again, that's expected. But again, I told you over here in Wayne County, only 64% of the votes were in the last 130,000 votes that are counted, 120,000 of them went to Joe Biden. It's going to be so hard for Trump to win Michigan. And again, according to the New York Times, Georgia is favored to go to Joe Biden. And again, Pennsylvania, serious high chance to go to Joe Biden. Even if, let's say, Michigan goes to Donald J. Trump, not a good look for the Trump campaign. Trump's lawyers, it's going to be so hard for Trump to do anything about this election, such as bringing the Supreme Court in, bringing his lawyers in. That would be possible if the election looked something like this, where Pennsylvania decides the election, and then Trump could bring in Pennsylvania because they're having the most difficulties with voting, which is expected before the election. I wouldn't be too worried about this. Sorry, I wouldn't be too worried about this because on Fox and Friends, Donald Trump did kind of dismiss the fact that he'll do something like that. However, again, on his speech, he talked about how it's a fraud and how he should have won, even though like 50% of the votes for these states, which are now heavily looking to go to Joe Biden, he said that those will go to him, which is ridiculous. Hypocritical as well. Hypocritical as well because he wanted these states to be called early, even when didn't want Arizona to be called. When even though Arizona wasn't as early as it was here in Wisconsin and Michigan, so it's crazy. It's very hypocritical. So what to look forward to? This is actually the first video on my YouTube channel. So if I continue to upload, I might do more politics, more post-election reactions, talking about the Senate, how that's going to look like, talk about the Joe Biden cabinet if Joe Biden wins the election. The reason why I actually wanted to make a YouTube channel was to do book reviews. I'm probably going to do that soon. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully I kind of persuaded you that it looks like Joe Biden will win this election. It's going to be very hard for the Trump campaign to combat this. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you at another time.